Have you ever wondered what your brain would look like if all the moisture were removed and it was reduced to its basic nutritional elements? While the image might seem odd, breaking down the brain in this way helps us understand the incredible role nutrition plays in how our minds function. The majority of your brain's dry weight is composed of fats, specifically lipids, followed by proteins, amino acids, trace amounts of micronutrients, and glucose. While these components seem simple on their own, each plays a critical and dynamic role in shaping your brain's performance, structure, emotional stability, and even how you feel and behave daily. The brain is not merely a passive recipient of nutrients, it is a highly active, energy-demanding organ that constantly interacts with the food you eat. Your post-lunch lethargy or sudden spike in late-night alertness may not just be about your schedule, it could very well be your diet influencing your brain chemistry in real time. Among all the fats present in the brain, omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids are particularly important. These are known as essential fats, which means our bodies cannot produce them naturally and we must obtain them through the foods we consume. Omega-rich foods like flax seeds, walnuts, chia seeds, and fatty fish such as salmon, mackerel, and sardines contribute greatly to the maintenance and construction of neuronal cell membranes. These fats are known to enhance synaptic plasticity, which refers to the ability of brain cells to adapt and form new connections, an essential function for learning and memory. Research also indicates that diets high in omega-3s can reduce the risk of developing neurodegenerative conditions such as Alzheimer's disease and other forms of cognitive decline. However, not all fats are equally beneficial. Diets high in trans fats and excessive amounts of saturated fats, commonly found in processed snacks, fried foods, and fast food, may negatively affect brain health over time. These less healthy fats are associated with increased inflammation and oxidative stress in the brain, both of which can impair memory and cognitive function. Moving beyond fats, proteins and their building blocks, amino acids, play an equally vital role. They not only contribute to the structural components of the brain but are also instrumental in producing neurotransmitters, the chemicals that allow neurons to communicate. Different amino acids serve as precursors to different neurotransmitters. For example, tryptophan is a precursor to serotonin, a neurotransmitter involved in mood regulation, while tyrosine leads to the production of dopamine and norepinephrine, which influence motivation, alertness, and the brain's reward system. This is one reason why what you eat can have a direct effect on your mood, focus, and energy levels. Eating a carbohydrate-heavy meal like pasta may make you feel relaxed due to the increased serotonin production. May promote alertness and focus by boosting levels of dopamine and norepinephrine. The interaction between nutrients and the brain is highly complex, as various amino acids must compete with each other to cross the blood-brain barrier, the protective filter that controls what substances can enter the brain. A diet that includes a wide range of foods ensures a more balanced influx of these chemicals, reducing the risk of imbalances that could skew mood and mental performance in one direction or another. The importance of micronutrients should not be underestimated either. These are the vitamins and minerals that, though needed in tiny amounts, have an outsized impact on brain function. Antioxidants such as vitamin C, vitamin E, and flavonoids, found in colorful fruits and vegetables, help protect brain tissue from oxidative damage caused by free radicals. These unstable molecules can attack brain cells and accelerate aging and cognitive decline. Antioxidants neutralize free radicals, supporting long-term brain health and cognitive resilience. Additionally, B vitamins, especially B6, B12, and folic acid, are essential for brain development and mental clarity. They are involved in regulating homocysteine levels in the blood, high levels of which are linked to brain atrophy and increased risk of Alzheimer's disease. Deficiencies in B vitamins can lead to a host of mental issues, including depression, confusion, memory problems, and even increased risk of dementia. Trace minerals like zinc, iron, copper, and sodium also contribute significantly to brain development, particularly in infancy and early childhood, when the brain is rapidly growing and forming billions of neural connections. These minerals are involved in enzymatic reactions, electrical signaling between neurons, and maintenance of structural components of cells. Iron, for instance, is necessary for oxygen transport in the blood, and without enough of it, the brain cannot get the oxygen it needs to perform optimally, resulting in fatigue and decreased mental performance. But to process and use all of these nutrients efficiently, the brain needs a continuous supply of energy. Despite weighing only about 2% of our body mass, the brain consumes around 20% of our total energy resources, more than any other single organ. Most of this energy comes in the form of glucose, a simple sugar derived from the carbohydrates we eat. Glucose is so vital to brain function that even short-term drops in blood sugar levels can have noticeable effects, such as confusion, difficulty concentrating, irritability, and slower reaction times. The frontal lobes, which are responsible for complex thinking, decision-making, and emotional regulation, are especially sensitive to glucose shortages. However, not all carbohydrates affect the brain the same way. Carbohydrates are typically categorized into three forms: sugars, starches, and fibers. On most nutrition labels, all three are combined into a single carbohydrate total, but their physiological effects differ significantly. High glycemic carbohydrates, such as white bread, sugary cereals, pastries, and sodas, cause a rapid spike in blood sugar, which is often followed by a sharp crash. This cycle of rapid increase and decline can lead to unstable energy levels, mood swings, and impaired concentration. In contrast, low glycemic foods like whole grains, oats, legumes, and certain fruits release glucose more gradually, providing a more consistent and sustained source of energy for the brain. These foods help maintain longer periods of attentiveness, improve memory retention, and reduce the risk of mental fatigue throughout the day. Additionally, the fiber found in many low glycemic foods plays a role in feeding beneficial gut bacteria, which are increasingly recognized as influential players in the gut-brain axis. The bidirectional communication system between your digestive system and brain. A healthy gut microbiome has been linked to improved mood, better stress regulation, and even reduced risk of psychiatric disorders. What you eat not only fuels your body but helps set the stage for your cognitive and emotional performance. For instance, including fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, and kimchi in your diet can increase the diversity of your gut bacteria, which in turn produces more short-chain fatty acids and other neuroactive compounds that positively influence brain health. Hydration is another often overlooked factor that plays a key role in mental function. Even mild dehydration can impair attention, short-term memory, and the ability to think clearly. The brain is composed of roughly 75% water, and maintaining that level is crucial for maintaining optimal neuronal communication, nutrient transport, and waste removal. Therefore, it is not just about eating the right nutrients but also ensuring that your body is adequately hydrated to make use of them effectively. Sleep and physical activity also interact with nutrition to influence brain health. Sleep helps consolidate memory and clear waste products from the brain, including beta-amyloid plaques associated with Alzheimer's disease. Poor sleep disrupts appetite-regulating hormones like leptin and ghrelin, leading to unhealthy food choices that can further impair brain function. Physical activity, meanwhile, increases blood flow to the brain, supports neurogenesis, the growth of new brain cells, and enhances the release of endorphins and other mood-stabilizing chemicals. Exercise can improve insulin sensitivity and reduce inflammation, which means that the body can process and utilize the nutrients from food more effectively. So a holistic approach, combining balanced nutrition, adequate hydration, regular exercise, and sufficient sleep, creates the best environment for optimal brain function. In modern times, it's easy to overlook your these memory fundamentals
and lift
as we
your
rush
mood,
through busy
or it might do
schedules
the
and
opposite.
rely on convenience foods.
The choice is in
But
your
the
hands,
long-term
and your brain
consequences
is
of a
listening.
poor diet are real and
By
measurable.
consistently choosing a diet
Over
rich
time,
in whole foods,
consistently
colorful
poor nutrition
vegetables,
can contribute
fresh
to
fruits,
reduced cognitive
healthy
ability,
fats,
higher
lean
stress
proteins,
levels,
and
mood
complex
disorders,
carbohydrates,
and even
you are
structural
not
changes
just
in the
nourishing
brain.
your body but protecting
Emerging
and enhancing
research
the most
also
powerful
suggests
organ
that
you
some
possess.
of these effects may be passed
It's a
on to
continuous
future
cycle of
generations
input
through
and feedback.
epigenetic changes.
When
Heritable
you feed your brain
modifications
well,
in
it
gene
rewards
expression
you with sharper
influenced
thinking,
by lifestyle
more stable
and diet.
emotions,
better decision-making,
This means that the
and a
foods
stronger
you eat
ability
today
could
could
impact
impact
not
daily
just your own
challenges,
brain, but potentially
So,
the brain
the
health
next
of your
time you
children.
reach
for a snack or plan a
Ultimately,
meal,
the evidence
remember
is
that you're
clear.
not just
What you
eating
eat
for
matters.
energy or enjoyment.
Every
You're
bite
feeding
you
your
take
mind,
sends a
shaping
signal
your
to your
thoughts,
brain,
and investing in your
That
cognitive
signal
future.
might
enhance your clarity,